Well, hello. Welcome to, can you believe it, Unit 5. We're in the final 4 weeks of the course. I've really enjoyed this course. I hope you all have too. This is in lieu of a face-to-face session. I'm going to be traveling a lot over the next couple of weeks, so we probably won't be having any face-to-face sessions for a while. Unit 5 is your most complex unit. If you think you've had a little bit of hard work with your PowerPoint, the work level really ratchets up in Unit 5. And as I said, it's a 3-week-long unit, and it really takes some planning to get through it successfully, okay? We don't want any mistakes at this point in the class, all right? So what might help you here is if you pause this video for a second and then go into Blackboard and go into your Unit 5 learning module. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Pause this, okay, then unpause it. And what I'd like for you to look at, of course, is the overview. And then there's some readings, all right, some things I'd like for you to view, give you some ideas. But basically what you're going to be doing in this unit is you're going to be studying visual grammar, environmental portraiture, portrait lighting. You're going to take a look again at war photography. You're going to give you a crash course in combat photography, like you guys. And then I want to show you some other examples, the Godfather, photojournalism, that kind of thing. Then you're going to have some class discussions, and these, of course, are very important. This is where you do a lot of your learning, okay? I think I've mentioned this before, that I'm not trying to pour all this material into your head. I'm trying to get you all to talk about it among yourselves, and that's where learning actually takes place, okay? It's at your level. The important things move on down to the project criteria. In this unit, you are actually going to create a story. You're going to tell a photo story, and you're going to use some fairly sophisticated software to put a story together, a photo story that you're going to be able to keep, all right? And you're going to have this as a final project for your class. You're going to turn it in 3 weeks to your peers for review, but your final deadline for me is May 6th, okay? So you have just about a month to polish this up, and it's going to take that long because not only do you have to take the pictures, process the pictures, adjust the pictures like you've already learned how to do, but you're going to have to learn how to use the software to actually tell the photo story with, okay? And it's somewhat of a complex project because you have to get out there and, arrange to talk to people and do things, and you have to come up with an idea and for a story, okay? And I know some of you have already started, which is really great. One student's going to go ahead and actually plan a wedding and then do a story about planning a wedding. For those of you who are PC users, I've got a free download for you. It's actually called Microsoft Photostory for Windows. It's lovely, lovely software. But you're going to have to learn how to use it. So if you look down here, item 5.3, you'll see the free download. In item 5.3.2, you'll actually see the instructions on how to use Photostory. So you're going to have to teach yourselves how to do this. It's not straightforward. You've got to spend some time doing it. So I'm kind of urging you to get started now. Those of you who are Macintosh users actually have a little bit of a leg up because you've got iMovie already on your computer. I provided some links here for you for some movie tutorials. iMovie tutorials, so if you're not familiar with it already, you can walk yourself through it. There is a third alternative. You could put your pictures into PowerPoint. You already know how to do that. And then if you ask me, I can show you how to add sound files to PowerPoint. Send me an email if you want to use PowerPoint instead, and I can put together a little video on how to create sound in PowerPoint. So really you have 3 choices. You have Photostory for the PC, you have iMovie for the Macintosh, or you have PowerPoint for both platforms. And if you don't know how to add sound to that, I can help you with that, but you'd want to send me an email, okay? So to summarize, your first cut of your project is due in 3 weeks to the discussion forum. It's marked down here at the very end, 5.5. That's where you're going to actually attach your project. You're going to attach it there, and then your fellow students are going to watch it and make comments on it, okay? I'll take a look at it there too. But your final version of it doesn't come to me until May 6th at the same time as your final exam, those kinds of issues. One of the things I'd like to point out to you is if you go back to item 3.1 here, there's something called visual grammar. That is extremely important for this project, all right? And the reason why that's so important is you need to take a variety of shots, but they have to be in a sequence and in a pattern that makes some sense for storytelling. Storytelling is just different than snapshots, all right? And basically, if you go through the visual grammar, you'll see what's required. Essentially, you stand back and set the scene, you get closer and talk about the individuals and that kind of thing, and then you get real close, finally, to provide some detail, some very, very interesting shots, some very, very artistic shots that are very, very close-up shots, okay? So there are about 3 different positions you take as you develop this story that you're going to be working on. So it's very important, please, that you look at the visual grammar lecture, item 3.1. Please spend a lot of time going through this table of contents for Unit 5. It's the crux of the course, okay? It's the heart of the course. This is where you really perform. This is where you really bring together all the knowledge that you get. And, of course, it's the biggest chunk of the course in terms of your grade, in terms of your performance. So, as usual, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me through Blackboard. I'm reading my email 5 days a week, okay? And I'll be poking around in the discussions this week, looking at those and making some comments with you. So please continue your fine level of performance. I'll be going over the blogs. I'll be going over the wiki soon. And so just get right in there and keep working. And I really am enjoying this class and enjoying your all's performance and participation. So without rambling on, that's almost 6 minutes of YouTube. So as usual, if you have questions, you know where to find me. Enjoy it.